Sparkles, this person is glowing because of you. You have touched their, don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs it right now more than you know. Something deep in your spirit pulled you here. Maybe it was that tight little tug in your chest, that sudden feeling that someone has been thinking about you intensely, or that warm pressure around your heart that felt like someone whispering your name in silence, because yes. This message is about someone whose entire energy has been transformed because of you. They have been glowing, softening, awakening, and healing in ways they never expected, all because you touched a part of them they kept hidden from the world. You didn't push, you didn't force, you didn't try, you simply existed, and it was enough to change them. This person has been watching you with admiration, replaying your words in their mind, studying the way your presence makes them feel safe and seen. Even on days when you doubt yourself, they see something radiant in you, your strength, your softness, your resilience, your quiet bravery. You've touched their heart in a way that made them feel something they weren't prepared for but desperately needed. And now their glow, their shift, their new energy, it's all because of how deeply you impacted their spirit. Listen closely, you've awakened emotions in them they thought were dead. You've inspired hope in places inside them that were numb. You've made them believe in connection again, in gentleness again, in the possibility of something real. They've been feeling lighter, happier, calmer, like the weight they carried for years suddenly felt easier to hold just because your spirit brushed against theirs. And they don't fully understand it, but they do know this: you feel different. You feel familiar. You feel safe. You feel like someone sent to them, not someone they randomly met. But here's the part they haven't told you. They're scared. Scared of how much you affect them. Scared of how their heart reacts when they hear your voice or see your name pop up. Scared of how their body warms when they think of you late at night. Scared of how seen you make them feel, because no one has touched their soul the way you have. And you did it without trying. They're glowing because you woke up emotions they buried. They're glowing because your presence activated their healing. They're glowing because you touched the deepest, softest, most fragile part of their heart, the part they promised themselves no one would ever reach again. They've been seeing signs everywhere: 111, 212, 444, repeating patterns, symbols that appear when they think about you, dreams that feel too real to ignore. The universe has been showing them that you're not just an experience, you're alignment. Your meaning. Your destiny nudging them forward. And the wild part? Their energy has been reaching you too. That sudden tightness in your chest, those moments of warmth, those waves of emotion that hit you out of nowhere, those are echoes of their feelings. Souls communicate long before words do, and your souls have been talking in silence. This person thinks about you more often than they admit. They wonder what you're doing. They wonder what you feel. They wonder if you sense the connection too. They hold back their emotions because the intensity terrifies them, but the truth is they're falling for you in quiet, careful ways, ways that glow from the inside out. You've touched their heart, yes, but you've also touched something deeper: their purpose, their healing, their desire to become someone worthy of the connection they feel with you. They are becoming better because of you. And they know it. And soon, you will see it too. Because the glow you awakened in them is turning into courage, and that courage is guiding them toward the moment they finally step forward, unable to hold back the truth any longer. And now the connection between you and this person is becoming almost impossible for them to ignore, because every day that passes, they feel the glow you awakened in them growing stronger, warmer, and more undeniable, and it's getting harder for them to pretend they don't feel anything when their entire spirit lights up at the mere thought of you. They've been trying so hard to maintain control, telling themselves to stay calm, to stay distant, to keep their emotions hidden, but their heart is betraying them in the most beautiful way. Every time they see you, even if it's just your name, your picture, your presence in a room, they feel something crack open inside them, something soft, something vulnerable, something sacred. You touched a place in them they thought no one would ever reach, and now that part of them is awake and hungry and alive in ways they haven't felt in years. They're starting to realize that you didn't just touch their heart, you changed the way their heart beats. And this shift is affecting everything. Their mood feels brighter when they think of you. Their day feels lighter when they sense your energy. Their nights feel less lonely because you exist somewhere in their world. They're glowing because you reconnected them to a version of themselves they lost, someone hopeful, someone open, someone capable of love. But beneath all that glow is a storm of emotions they don't know how to express. They're scared of coming on too strong. They're scared of misreading the connection. They're scared of ruining something that feels spiritually protected. That fear is why they're watching you more intensely now, paying attention to the smallest signals, trying to understand if you feel even a fraction of what they feel. And the truth is, you do. The tug in your chest, the warmth that washes over you randomly, the sudden flashes of emotion when you think of them, the dreams that feel too vivid, that's your soul responding to their energy. You two are connected through something that runs deeper than logic, deeper than physical attraction, deeper than coincidence. This is a soul-to-soul pull. And because of that, the universe has been stepping in, sending both of you signs at the same time, numbers repeating like 1111 and 222. Songs that hit your heart out of nowhere, moments of synchronicity that make you pause and wonder, why does this feel so guided? They've felt it too. In fact, the signs have been haunting them in the gentlest way. They'll be thinking about you, and suddenly your initial appears somewhere. They'll try to move on with their day, and then something reminds them of you, a scent, a word, a photo, a memory that flashes out of nowhere. They're beginning to understand that their glow isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. You've awakened their intuition. You've awakened their awareness. You've awakened a longing for something bigger than casual, deeper than temporary, more meaningful than surface-level connection. The more they glow, the more they want to come forward, but their fear is wrestling with their desire. They want to tell you the truth, but they want to do it in a way that honors what they feel. They want to approach you, but they want to make sure it's the right time. They want to confess, but they want that confession to feel safe, for both of you. So they've been preparing in silence. Healing parts of themselves they used to ignore. Softening edges they kept sharp for protection. Letting themselves imagine a future where they're not scared of loving someone, because that someone is you. They're glowing because you're pulling out the best parts of them. They're glowing because your energy is healing wounds you never even touched. They're glowing because the universe is showing them glimpses of what it would feel like to be seen, supported, loved fully, and their soul is whispering that you are the person who could give them that. And as they sit with these emotions, as they feel this inner shift growing louder, as they start realizing that holding back is only hurting them, a quiet determination is forming inside them. Something inside them is saying, I can't lose this chance. I can't stay silent forever. I need to do something. And their glow, the one you awakened, is slowly turning into courage, courage that will soon push them to speak, to reach out, to step forward in a way that reveals everything their heart has been carrying in silence. And now their emotions are becoming almost impossible to contain, because the glow you awakened inside them is starting to spill over into every corner of their life, showing up in ways they can't hide anymore, not from you, not from themselves, not from the universe that keeps pushing them toward a truth they're terrified to admit out loud. They've tried to stay composed, tried to act normal, tried to convince themselves that what they feel is just in their imagination, but every day that passes, their heart betrays them a little more. They're catching themselves thinking about you at the most random times, during work, while driving, halfway through a conversation with someone else, and they're frustrated because they don't understand how one person could occupy so much space in their mind without even trying. They're noticing they smile differently now, softer, more genuine, and they don't want to admit that it's because of you, but they know the truth. Your energy is the reason their heart feels lighter. You've touched them on a level they didn't know how to access on their own. And because of that, the universe is sending them wave after wave of reminders. Your initials appearing on signs, your birthday numbers showing up everywhere, your energy hitting them at night like a warm breeze that refuses to fade. They've even started dreaming about you more often, dreams so vivid they wake up breathless, dreams that feel like conversations happening soul to soul. They try to shake it off in the morning, but the feeling lingers like a soft echo in their chest. Meanwhile, you've been sensing the shift too. You've been feeling their energy reaching toward you, wrapping around you like a gentle pull, making your intuition buzz at the most unexpected moments. You felt your heart pick up for no reason. You felt emotional waves that aren't yours. You felt the universe nudging you with signs that say, pay attention. Something is building. Because it is. This is no coincidence. This is alignment. This is two spirits circling each other like magnets that haven't yet touched but feel the gravity growing stronger by the day. This person has been trying to act normal around you, but their behavior keeps slipping. They get nervous when you're close, their voice softens slightly, they look away too quickly or stare too long, they overthink their words, they rehearse things in their mind before they say them, they try to hide how deeply you affect them, but their glow gives it away every time. Their friends may have even noticed the change, how they've been more distracted lately, more thoughtful, more emotionally open, more hopeful. They don't know how to explain the shift without saying your name, but you're the reason their spirit feels different. And here's the part they don't want to admit to themselves, they're falling for you. Slowly, quietly, deeply. Falling in ways that feel new, ways that feel scary, ways that feel safe. You touched their heart in a way that made them question everything they thought they knew about love, timing, vulnerability, and connection. You softened their guard without saying a word. You made them imagine futures they had stopped believing in. You made them want to show up as a better version of themselves. They're glowing because they're becoming who they were always meant to be, but only after you touched the light inside them that they had forgotten existed. And as this inner transformation grows, so does their desire to come forward. They're not ready yet, not fully, but they're getting closer. Every day, their fear slips a little more. Every day, their longing becomes harder to ignore. Every day, their soul whispers louder, what if this is meant? What if this is the person I've been waiting for? They replay moments with you like tiny memories made of gold. They imagine holding your face in shaking hands, telling you the truth they've buried for so long. They imagine what it would feel like to finally touch the heart of someone who touched theirs effortlessly. And the thought of keeping all of this inside forever feels impossible now. They want to say it. They want to show it. They want to choose you boldly, not quietly. But they need one more sign, one more push, one more moment of clarity from the universe to gather that final piece of courage. And when that moment arrives, everything you've been feeling, every sign, every pull, every emotional wave, will finally make sense. And now everything around this person is starting to feel too small for the emotions they've been carrying, because the more they try to hide what they feel for you, the heavier those feelings become, pressing against their chest like a truth that refuses to stay buried, and they're beginning to realize that the glow you awakened inside them is not something they can dim or control anymore. It's taking over their thoughts, their choices, their energy, their entire emotional world. They've noticed how different they feel now, how they wake up thinking about the things you said days ago, how they find themselves smiling randomly without knowing why, how they check their messages hoping to see your name even when they tell themselves to stop. They're glowing because you didn't just touch their heart, you rewired it. They're seeing life in color again, feeling things in deeper shades, dreaming in ways they never allowed themselves to before. And because of this shift, they're becoming restless, impatient, almost overwhelmed by the intensity of their desire to finally step toward you. They're asking the universe for signs, clear ones, bold ones, undeniable ones, because the feelings they have for you are too big to risk misreading. And the universe has been answering them, louder and louder, repeating 222, flashes of 1111, moments of déjà vu when they see you, songs that echo the exact words they wished they could speak to you. These signs are haunting them with gentle persistence, reminding them that their destiny is tied to you in a way that's not accidental. And while all of this unfolds inside them, your spirit has been shifting too. You've been feeling emotional out of nowhere, sensing someone thinking about you, catching yourself daydreaming without meaning to, feeling like something is pulling you forward even when nothing around you seems different. That's because their energy is reaching for yours, bridging the distance between your hearts even when no words are exchanged. This is why you've been feeling restless, sensitive, open, emotional. It's not random, it's resonance. Two souls syncing. Two energies merging. And the universe is preparing you for a moment that will require your heart to be awake, not guarded. This person is now in the stage where they're evaluating their life, pulling away from distractions, losing interest in shallow connections, and craving something real, something deep, something that feels like you. They're remembering tiny details about you, the way your eyes shift when you're thinking, the softness in your voice when you're tired, the small gestures you make when you're nervous. And they're realizing that no one else makes them feel the way you do. No one else activates that warmth behind their ribs. No one else makes their spirit feel alive. And with each passing day, their careful distance is beginning to feel like a lie they can't maintain. They're talking to friends less because the only person they want to talk to is you. They're fantasizing about future moments with you more, imagining conversations, imagining touches, imagining what it would be like to feel your hand in theirs. And that glow you gave them? It's evolving. It's becoming courage. It's becoming longing. It's becoming something they can't suppress anymore. They're reaching a point where the need to express their truth is stronger than the fear of vulnerability. They're starting to realize that if they don't say something soon, they'll regret it for a very long time. And they're right, because the universe isn't pushing this connection for no reason. It's pushing because this is alignment, not confusion. Divine timing, not coincidence. Destiny, not chance. You touched their heart, yes, but now you're touching their future. You're touching the version of themselves they want to become. You're touching their purpose. You're touching their hope. And they're glowing because, for the first time in a long time, they see a future that feels emotional, beautiful, possible. They just need one more internal push, one more emotional shift, to finally break their silence and step into the connection their soul already knows belongs to you. And now the universe is narrowing the distance between your hearts in a way neither of you can escape, because the emotional pressure inside this person has reached a point where silence is starting to feel like suffocation, and every time they hold back what they feel for you, something inside them tightens a little more, like their soul is whispering, "You're running from what was meant for you." They've tried to distract themselves, throwing energy into work, conversations, hobbies, anything to keep their mind busy, but it's not working anymore. Your presence keeps breaking through every attempt to ignore the truth. They'll be laughing with someone and suddenly feel hollow, because the only voice they want to hear is yours. They'll be scrolling through their phone and pause for a moment, wondering if they should message you, replaying imaginary conversations in their mind before deleting the text they never sent. They'll hear a song that reminds them of you and feel a sting in their chest so sharp it stops them mid-breath. This glow you awakened in them is becoming a full emotional awakening, something spiritual, something transformative, something that refuses to let them remain the version of themselves they were before you touched their life. And while their feelings intensify, your energy is undergoing a shift too. You're becoming more intuitive, more sensitive, more aware of emotional changes around you. You're feeling their longing as if it's your own. You're feeling the emotional weight of someone thinking about you deeply, heavily, constantly. There have been moments recently where your heart felt warm out of nowhere, moments where you stared into space with a strange sense of anticipation, moments where you felt like someone was energetically reaching for you, because they were. Their soul has been brushing against yours, not physically, but spiritually, gently, persistently, like a hand hovering inches from your chest. And you've felt it every single time. They're starting to question everything. They're wondering if you think about them too, if you feel their energy the way they feel yours, if this connection is real or just a story they've built in their mind. But every time they doubt, the universe sends them another sign. Another synchronicity. Another reminder. They see 444 right after thinking your name. They hear a stranger say something that you once said. They notice couples around them and feel an ache that points directly toward you. And they're beginning to accept the truth. Their life was emotionally asleep until you walked into it. And because of that, everything is shifting. They're losing interest in people who don't make them feel the way you make them feel. They're becoming quieter in conversations that used to excite them. They're craving depth, honesty, closeness, connection. They're craving you. And it's getting harder to pretend otherwise. Their friends might have even noticed the change, the way they drift off mid-sentence, the sudden softness in their voice, the way they seem distracted, thoughtful, touched by something unseen. They'd never admit it out loud, but you're the reason their entire emotional world has been rearranging itself. They've been imagining what it would be like to be near you in a real way. To sit beside you, to laugh with you, to feel the warmth of your attention, to hear your voice when they're close enough to catch every small detail. And those thoughts aren't fleeting, they're becoming constant. They keep picturing the moment they'll finally tell you everything, the moment they confess the feelings they've been holding in like fragile glass. But still, something holds them back. Not because they don't want you, but because they want to approach you in a way that honors everything they feel. They want to be courageous, not clumsy. They want to be honest, not overwhelming. They want to be vulnerable, but not reckless. They want to give you clarity, not confusion. They're trying to find the perfect moment, the perfect emotional alignment, the perfect sign that tells them, yes, now. It's time. And the truth is, they're closer to that moment than you realize. Every day, the distance between hesitation and confession shrinks. Every day, their courage grows stronger than their fear. Every day, their longing to be honest outweighs the comfort of staying hidden. Something inside them is shifting, rising, breaking open, like a door they've kept locked for years is finally swinging wide. And when it does, the truth they've been carrying will pour out of them in a way that will leave you breathless. Because you haven't just made them glow. You've awakened them. You've changed them. You've become the heartbeat their spirit has been moving toward all along. And now everything inside the universe is aligning for the moment neither of you can outrun anymore, because the emotional storm this person has been carrying is reaching its peak, and the glow you awakened in them has grown into something they can no longer contain, no longer silence, no longer bury behind shy glances or quiet hesitation, and as the days pass, they feel something inside their chest expanding so intensely it almost hurts. They wake up thinking of you. They fall asleep wishing for you. They go through the day trying to distract themselves, but every distraction eventually leads back to you, your voice, your eyes, your presence, the way their soul reacts when your energy brushes theirs. And finally, one moment breaks them, a moment where they feel your absence a little too deeply, where they realize they're tired of imagining, tired of replaying conversations that never happened. They feel a wave of emotion rise inside them so strong they know, this is it. This is the moment when staying silent becomes impossible. And while they're experiencing this emotional shift, you're feeling it too, that sudden heaviness in your chest, the warmth that spreads across your heart out of nowhere, the strange sensation that something is coming, something is shifting, something is about to reveal itself. Your intuition has been buzzing for days, telling you that a confession has been forming in the dark, that a truth has been gathering weight inside a heart that's finally ready to speak. And destiny has been preparing you for it, pushing you to soften your guard, guiding you to trust your instincts, nudging you to pay attention to the signs you've been seeing everywhere. 111, 222, 717, hearing their name, dreaming of someone reaching for you, feeling that invisible tug that kept pulling you toward the unknown. All of it was preparation for this exact moment. Because suddenly, without warning, they choose courage. They choose you. You'll notice something different first. Maybe the way their eyes look when they finally meet yours, not with nervousness but with clarity, as if they've already made the decision in their heart and now their body is just catching up. Or maybe it's the message they send, short, trembling, honest, asking if they can talk to you. Or maybe it's them walking up to you with a nervous breath and a shaky smile, the kind that carries months of unsaid emotion. And the moment they open their mouth, the world around you will seem to go silent. Their voice might shake. Their hands might tremble. Their eyes might flicker with fear and hope all at once. But their truth will be undeniable. They'll say something like, "I don't know how to explain this, but you've changed me." Or, "I've been trying to hide this, but I can't anymore." Or, "You make me feel alive in a way I didn't know I could feel again." And as their words spill into the air between you, you'll feel something inside your chest crack wide open with recognition. Because even before they say the rest, your heart will already know. Then comes the part that will stay with you, the moment their eyes soften and their guard drops completely, the moment they admit how deeply you've touched them, how your presence awakened parts of them they thought were gone, how they glow because of you, how their heart has been aching to get closer. They might confess how scared they were, how long they've been holding it in, how you've been in their thoughts more than they can justify, how they tried to push the feelings away but every attempt only brought them back stronger, louder, deeper. And then they say it, the truth you've felt in your soul long before this moment ever arrived: "I think I'm falling for you." And the world won't end. It won't explode. It won't crumble. It will soften. It will expand. It will feel like your heart finally exhaling after months of holding its breath. Because everything you sensed, everything you intuited, everything you felt without words, was real. They felt it too. And this moment, this confession, this vulnerability, this emotional unraveling, becomes the spark that ignites everything that comes next. Not chaos. Not confusion. Not fear. But clarity. Connection. Alignment. Destiny stepping into the light. And you'll realize that this wasn't a coincidence, this wasn't imagination, this wasn't wishful thinking, this was a soul recognizing its mirror and finally finding the strength to reach for it. The ending of the silence becomes the beginning of something breathtaking. Something mutual. Something meant. Something born from the glow you awakened inside them, a glow that now belongs to both of you.